Hello everyone and welcome into today's super fast-paced video. I don't have a tremendous amount of time because let's be frank about it. It's 10:15 at night. I am physically, spiritually, mentally exhausted from a very long day. I just want to welcome everyone in and say thank you so much for joining. This is going to be an unboxing, but I want to show you two rings first and foremost. I went to the pawn shop, and unfortunately, pawn shops get a really bad rap, and they have a really bad reputation. And unfortunately, I've always been smart enough not to listen to the static about other people and other ways of selling and pawn shops or this and that. The stories abound about why pawn shops are kind of these seedy, dirty places that people are so desperate to get money from and filled with drug dealers and stolen items. Yes, there's a problem everywhere you shop. Are you kidding me? Wake up. At antique malls, there are antique dealers that unfortunately fall prey to buying stolen items every day. It's in the newspaper. Just do a Google search and see about an antique dealer that bought stolen Roseville or bought stolen this or stolen glassware or stolen sterling silver flatware. Pawn shops are an exceptional way to buy as long as you are smart enough to know what you're buying. Most pawn shops vet their items extremely well. They go into a hold system. There's a whole thing in place to figure out what is stolen and what is not. This ring is exceptional. This was termed Big Daddy, and I bought Big Daddy just a few days ago. Solid 14 karat gold, custom made all the way through and through, and 4 carats of absolutely beautiful diamonds. Yes, there's some carbon spots. Yes, there's some inclusions. It wasn't meant to be the world's cleanest diamond ring, but look at that scintillation. I was joking with someone and said, look, I won the Super Bowl. So anyways, and don't get me started on the Super Bowl and the stupidity of some of the, what do you say, celebrity fans. Anyways, let's not go there. Other diamonds. Oh, and I wanted to show you this one. This is the one that I bought at another pawn shop down south. That is a half carat princess cut in beautiful color and clarity. Look at that scrolled mounting of baguettes, and then look at the tapered princess cuts up the shoulders in solid 14 karat white gold. No one was desperate to sell this. No one was, and here's the thing about pawn shops. When people were tight for money, it gives them the ability to put something on loan to pay their necessities. It's not a bad thing. It's a useful, kind, and good process to give someone the money that they so need. Hopefully, they work hard, they get their money back, and they go get their items. The one pawn shop I talked with, he said 50% or more of the people come back to retrieve their items. That's a great process and a great percentage. Enough about that. So that is going to be for sale. What we wanted to talk about today was an unboxing. And thank you all so much for letting me clear the air so far about pawn shops. And let me do this. People love when these dusty boxes come in. Look, this is dustier than dusty. Look. What? So let's get this cleaned off, and I want to welcome everyone in. Now, this box had been on my desk for about 5 years. But before that, look at, see what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyways, this had been on my desk for quite some time. Unfortunately, we're not going to get through the whole box because I'm going to keep this video about 20 minutes. Normally, I stay on with you about, here, let's unsnap the front of it. Let's get into these snaps. There we go. Let's get that one, and let's open it up. Now, over time, I had thrown in some other pieces in this. I'm going to turn it this way for all of you so you can see the vast majority of the box. Let's zoom in a little bit. There we go. Now we're settled in. I threw in a couple additional pieces over time. And what I like about these is it is a discovery. I do not know what's under this top layer. So I threw this in. I threw most of the bagged items in. I threw this in because the pin back was missing. Let's talk about the wooden pins. From the 40s, could be 30s. I don't know why I'm screaming, but I get so excited about these boxes. This is carved wood. Years ago, this was like $2 to $3 at a flea market. Now this specific brooch goes about $35 to $45. If you like wooden pins, please go over to my wooden pin video. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. They're true labors of love and folk art. The pin mechanism was broken, so I need to replace this. I can do videos on how to take that out of there carefully and put a new, I should say, put an old pin stem in, and newly finish this. Let's say it that way, because I don't use new components in my vintage restorations. That pin's from the 1940s. Okay, this one I think was broken somewhere, and this is either Hattie Carnegie or this was Alice Cavanis. Let me get my loop, and of course I put my loop out so I wouldn't lose it. Let me pause the video. I'll be right back. God, it's a mess already. And now that I got my loop, of course I was wrong on both. It's Kramer of New York. Haven't seen this for a long time. Opalescent glass and rhinestone. I think that one has either a broken link or a missing stone or something, but it's a necklace. And absolutely great opalescent glass, and then those kind of smoke rhinestones. I love that. I'm not going to get through even probably half of this box. Oh, this was a broken Miriam Haskell. This was a broken Miriam Haskell, and the tag is in there. Don't ask me how it goes together. I don't know, but I had to stash that to get that back together and restored. Yes, it's an extremely early a plastic bag that needs to be, thrown away once it's restored. So that I have to get to. This one's probably a deco necklace that needs to be restored. And so many people have said, please continue to do these videos. Let's look at this. This one I did not add to the box. I don't think I added this one. This one's sterling silver and beautiful turquoise, missing one tiny little cabochon. That's a very easy fix for me. Solid sterling silver, really fantastic from the late 1950s. Restored, that's worth the restoration. I would say restored, it's probably 145 to 165, but that definitely needs a turquoise. So this box did come out of a storage unit. Most of the boxes that I do buy are out of storage units. This one's a hat pin that was broken. And this one's around 1890. That's all glass. People say, well, that's an amethyst. No, it's not. It's glass. It's molded glass. It's not an amethyst. It does look like an amethyst, but it's not. And that's silver-plated brass on that one. Really fantastic. That needs to be restored. Let's keep the process going. I love these old shoe buckles. These are likely from France. Let's see if that one's signed. If it's signed Deposé, nope, it's signed clearly made in France. Beginner's luck, again. Made in France. And look at that, it's steel with these riveted cut steels. Every single cut steel that looks like marcasite. It does look like marcasite. So if someone's screaming at the screen right now, no, that's marcasite. Keep your pants on. This one's cut steel. These are riveted cut steel to a pierced and drilled steel background. That's a shoe buckle. People say these are dress accents. No, they're not. These were on shoes. These slipped onto the front of the shoes of the time. That's definitely Victorian. Again, could be as early as 1870, could be as late as 1890, definitely pre-1900, and hopefully the other one is somewhere here. Oh, this one. I stashed this one because it just needs one little restoration. And this is lapis and sterling silver. I need to do a rivet situation here. See how that rivet let loose on this? Most of the time that's broken through. If it is, you really cannot fix it. But as a silversmith, I can open this rivet up and I can slip this through here and then hammer and rivet that back together. So you can see where those bypass links or that kind of shared hinge, per se. We call it a shared hinge. Look at that box clasp in sterling. But the color of the lapis as a collar, when I saw this, I said, oh, this box is for sure something that I can manage. I think I paid $65 for this entire box. I think I paid $65. So I'm already $200 ahead. You know, with a simple rivet construction, I'm $200 ahead. Most of these boxes don't have such fantastic pieces. Oh, I remember this one. I think I had this in a previous video. I want to make a scrolled piece of filigree for this and put this in here. So I actually want to roll and scroll a piece of metal, and I want to restore this. So I'll take this to my studio, because there's people out there, there's jewelers out there, goldsmiths and silversmiths, that you would take this to, and you would say to an expert goldsmith and an expert silversmith, could you repair this for me? And they would laugh you out of the store. They would say, you can't afford that repair, because that's going to cost you, you know, well over $100 to maybe even $200. And the brooch is only worth then, that would probably be worth around, restored, that'd be worth around $150 for this gorgeous filigree silver running stag brooch. I will fight to keep this authentic and together. So I'll take that into my studio sometime and I'll do a restoration video. You know, if I had a clone, I would be able to do that video tomorrow. But I'm one person doing the work of 7 people sometimes, you know, and you can tell in my voice today, even though I'm supposed to be decompressing, now I'm turned right back on and the amperage goes way up when I start to look at these pieces, knowing I have such limited time to do these restorations. You know? So, and if anyone ever says I'm on drugs, they're out of their mind. This is my drug. It gets my energy going, my blood pulsing. I can't help it. But this, that will keep me up tonight thinking about doing a restoration. This is magnificent, but it is missing part of a scroll here. So could I complete this? I can. So I might make the piece of rope twist, or stamped, I should say, and then that little applied raindrops. I have to complete that. But unfortunately, once you heat these pieces to fix that break there, to fix the break there, and to fix the break there, it might alter the oxidation and patina. So I'd have to clean that area, resolder that, you know, fabricate the piece, resolder it, like, you know, another silversmith wouldn't want to do. They would refuse that, but I'd really like to fight to keep this Navajo cuff bracelet safe and sacred. It's absolutely worth it. Look how wide it is. But someone said, well, that's too far gone. You know, that break there is too severe. What I would do is make sheets of silver, very small sheets of silver, and cold solder them down in those 3 areas once I line that up better. So that can be restored. A very challenging repair, but something I would be honored to do. Lots of pieces and parts. Ooh, this is either jet or bakelite. Nope, that's bakelite. See where it's sawed there and it's got the yellow oxidation. Looks like jet, looks Victorian. And of course, someone's gonna say, no, you're wrong, that's Victorian. And then I'll say, no, you're wrong. It's dark blue, purple bakelite. See how it's purple blue? It's not black, it's not jet. That's not Victorian jet. That is absolutely positively made to look in the way of Victorian jet, but it's purple blue bakelite faceted. Needs to be fixed, needs to be restrung. That's an easy, once it's done, $65 or $75. What's this gem and why didn't I see this? And that stone better be in there. Fruit salad, synthetic fruit salad made to look like Cartier. Definitely not real because I flipped it over and saw the markings done in there. So if this, let's say this. If this was Cartier and fruit salad, meaning carved sapphire, carved ruby, carved emerald, and diamonds in platinum, that duet style brooch that comes apart into 2 clips, that would be worth, with the stone there, that'd be worth $100,000. Any day long, $100,000. And if you don't think I'm right, go over to Sotheby's, Christie's, you name any of the luxury auction houses, that's well over $100,000 for a platinum version. This is the costume version. Likely maybe Trifari, Mazer, Jomaz, but looks very Trifari. Hopefully that stone is in here. And I could only hope that it is. I don't know if it is, but we're going to find out. What is that one? We're going to find out if it's in here. I keep these to harvest the stones. So I keep those to harvest stones. Look how many awesome pieces there. What are these? Look at me going crazy. Oh yeah. I don't know what that's doing in there. But that's going to go on my wrist right now. I just shoved it on my wrist. Oh, these are sterling. Is that another one? Yeah, these are solid sterling silver cuff bracelets. Those are large enough for Jeremy. Jeremy started content on his channel, everyone. So if you're here, let me show you real quick. As I shove those on, I almost forgot to mention this. First of all, we love all of you because we do. There's Jeremy's Bully Run Coffee. So if you're here for the unboxing, my partner Jeremy started content on Bully Run Coffee. So make sure you go over to Bully Run and just stop in and say hello. He just started content the other day. That's missing a stone, but that's exceptional for sterling. Yeah, that's sterling silver. And it looks like fire opal. I think I'm going to call the video for today. I know it's quick. Vauxhall glass. Someone asked the other day, do you have any Vauxhall glass? Apparently, I have another piece. I think I have about 30 pieces of Vauxhall glass. And someone said, people are doing videos on Vauxhall. Can you do a video, a Jason video? You bet your butt I can. I'm going to do it. This is Vauxhall glass, very damaged. But that's normal. With riveting glass to metal, that's Vauxhall. That's like people fight over the date, 1850, 1860. I think this one is maybe even into 1870. Could be 1860, brass Victorian. That is fantastic. Look at that dazzle. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to call it because I'm going to come back and we're going to sort the rest of this box. Oh, one cut steel off. That is a clothing button. Anyone want to take a guess? I'll tell you about this one in the next video. So I'm going to cut it there. I'm going to tell you, have an amazing night. And please come back for the rest of this box because there's another small box. Ooh, a pet fur. There's another small box off to the right-hand side that I'm going to add to the next video. So, whoops. So if you love this, please come back. I thank you so much for your time and attention. If this airs on Sunday, have an amazing rest of your Sunday. I stole those bracelets out of the box because they're sterling. Those are going to go to Jeremy. They're way too big on me. So there you go. Hopefully this is all right with all of you. I love you because I do. Thank you so much for joining in. Sorry for the panic, but I gotta go to bed. I love you because I do. Good night.